Tubbs, a tough one today, but just about got over the line.
Wow, yeah. Sometimes you've got to win, haven't you? And you've got to win ugly, and I thought we were ugly today. You know, I've been really pleased with them and how we've been going around as business. But I thought we were a little bit off. I thought the week leading up to it were a little bit off. Friday night I had a little word with them before we departed the training ground, and I just felt it. And I think they felt it. You know, and you know, they're a little bit disappointed with themselves, which is good. But the pleasing thing is, you'd have been a little bit more disappointed. It'd be a little bit longer, quieter, horrendous trip on the way back. But they've got the points, and that's the most important thing. We've got to smarten up a little bit.
You mentioned obviously being off. There were at times where it seemed to be forcing it a little bit with offloads. It's and also with the discipline as well.
Yeah, it happens. You know, we scored on the first set. You know, from the kick-off, they made a mistake. We scored from the first set, and geez, I hate that. As much as people think they love it and all that, I hate it, because then you get a bit sloppy, and I thought we did. You know, we caused them some problem on the next set, dropped the ball, and then the skills were a little bit off, and we just started to, you know, force it, get a little bit frantic, and I think we've been really good. I think we've been. The first month of the season, I think we've been really, really good, and hopefully that's a smack in the chops, you know, and a reality check that you've got to perform. And I spoke about these all week. Mike Eccles is doing a good job with them. You know, they're really committed. They're working really, really hard, and they're never going to go away. And they didn't. And you know, they'll beat teams here, and you know, they'll get better and better. But the work ethic is very good, and. You know, when you don't respect that, then you can sometimes come unstuck, and I thought we didn't. I thought some of the cheap penalties that we give away, you know, we, again, just got rattled. We let ourselves down. We thought we could just breeze through it, and we came a little bit unstuck. But, you know, as I've just said in there, not too happy, but it's a better feeling when you've won the game.
You mentioned about not knowing your best team. I assume it's that equation's not been solved today either.
No, and obviously there were 1 or 2 out and things like that. And you know, we'll look at it this week and have a look at the team for the weekend after. But you know, that wasn't good enough today by our standards, what we set ourselves, and they know that. And you know, let's hope that next week we're back at home. We've got Widnes, and we come with a better mindset, and I'm sure we will. Well, we've had a couple of, you've got to remember, we've had a couple of tough journeys. We've been up to Barrow, you know, back at home on Friday night, backed up with a trip to London, you know, 4 hours on a bus. It's tough, you know. I'm not making excuses for them, because I don't do that, you know that. But, you know, we've got 4 games. We've had 4 games at the start of the season, we won 3. Happy? Yeah, because we've played 3 out of the 4 games have been teams in the top 6, haven't they? So to come out with 3 out of 4 wins, I suppose, would have took that at the beginning of the season.
And just finally, when you need to find a way to win, how good is it having someone like Anthony Thackeray?
Yeah, he's cool, isn't he? You know, he's cool. He's just calm, and God, it's probably the ugliest drop goal you'll ever see. He's just like, you know, blows it over, doesn't he? Because he doesn't strike through it. He just chips it, because we just talked about it. Had a bit of a giggle with the boys in there. When he tries to strike it, he usually fluffs it. God, I think everybody from in the stand, myself, were puffing it over there, weren't we, blowing it over there. But yeah, it's good, and that's what you get with experience, isn't it?